I was trying to get this Scripto lighter working again. Earlier, when I did this, it would not light. And the trigger would pull, and so gas should have been coming out, but it wasn't. I couldn't get it lit with another lighter. So there was no gas coming out. So I knew there was a problem with the trigger or something like that. And so I decided to take it apart. And there's this little screw hole right here. And this little screw that came out of there. It's a very small screw. Easy to lose. And then to take it apart, this slides up the barrel. Alright, so this piece slides right off the barrel like that. And then I think it just pops apart here. And there it is, all taken apart. And piece right in the middle there, that's the trigger. That thing had a spring on it. And the spring went flying off and I lost it. So I don't know how to get that spring back on, but be careful if you want it to work exactly like it should. You're going to need a little spring that fits on this piece here and sits through those two, wraps around, and then goes over this little piece here. What I did to it was took the trigger off and played with, just this little piece here, and it started letting gas out. So, I don't know. I put it back together and it worked. So, maybe just mess around with it. Tricky part about getting it back together is that when you put the pieces all back together, there's a little ridge on this piece that has to fit behind this lip here. And then another ridge sits inside that lip there. So that was a little tricky getting it back on. And then, of course, the child safety. If you want that to work right, you got to get that spring. Otherwise, I'm halfway thinking maybe I should just take it out. I'm going to leave it in there without the spring, and maybe I'll find the spring later. So I'm going to try to put it back together. Before I put it back together, there is the gas line that runs right through the inside of this child safety piece here, and then down into the tank here. So I don't know, make sure that's going through the middle of the child safety piece before you put it back together, I suppose. I got it back together. Once again, the tough part to get back together is right at the top of the trigger here. On this side, there's a little piece that has to go behind the closest part inside right here. So if you're getting stuck trying to get back on, look inside right here. And then put this back on there to hold it all together, and put the screw back in. And this one started working again. And the trigger kind of, I don't know, maybe I'll find the other part that I lost later on and put it back together the right way. Good luck.